My father was part of the greatest generation, grew up during the Depression, very poor, and fought in World War II. I thought he was very cheap growing up, never wanted to spend money on anything. But he probably taught me the best lesson, which was if you don't have cash to buy it, then you can't afford it. And I hated that when I was in college. And
My family was somewhat similar, that my father was the only worker in the family, and we didn't, I have three brothers, and we didn't have a lot of the things growing up that some of the other kids did, but we were happy. We were family oriented.
And that's how we're raising our family too. When we were both workers until we had our first daughter, and then I quit working to stay home with the kids. So we're just like his family, and my family was too. Dad is the
Provider.
and it helps when we go shopping, especially with the kids. We look in terms of if the kids want something. Well, I'll say, I know how much Andy makes per hour, so I'll say, well, that's 2 hours of Daddy's time away from us. Is that worth it to us to buy that? So Daddy's gone for 2 days or for 2 hours, or, can we skip that and not spend that money?
One of the things that we've worked with our children is the value of a dollar, and money is not free. It has to be earned, and to be financially responsible with their money. Our kids do certain tasks around the house. They may earn a couple dollars, and they have to make the judgment then of what they can buy at the store. And it's funny, before they want everything. Now when they have the opportunity to choose what they buy with their money, they're far more selective.
Far more selective. Yes, it's much easier to spend our money than their money. Well, one of the things that we struggle with, though, is the classic keeping up with the Joneses. We live very modestly. We have a small 3-bedroom ranch with 1 bathroom.
With 4 girls in the house.
We have 3 daughters. And right now they're not fighting me for bathroom space, but one day they will. So, neighbors around us and friends, we see, their beautiful homes. They invite us over, and they have a dining room a table that can accommodate more than 4 people. And we think, wow, wouldn't that be nice to have? And it would, but we've learned that there's no shame in saying we can't afford that right now. And I think, the world will tell you that you should never say you can't afford anything. And I think now it's not how much money you have, it's how much credit you have. And I'd rather not have the debt associated with credit. So we try to pay cash for everything, and we're pretty close. We're really close. We're 2 years away from being debt free. We're really excited about that. And it's because we live in a small ranch with 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and we don't buy new cars. I think we have nice cars.
Yeah.
We've shopped around and we found a really good deal, and haggled quite a bit, but we do try to live modestly and within our means. And because Andy works and I have more time at home, I do the finances. I pay the bills and I keep track of everything. I have a binder, so I know what comes in and what goes out. And I'll take each paycheck and we look at the expenses for that month. And sometimes that paycheck will get down to, I just made a call to him a few weeks ago at work. It was Thursday. I'm like, okay, look, we had some extra bills out of this paycheck and we're down to $56. So if you're going to spend any money, make sure it's less than $56 before your check posts tomorrow. And we made it, and it was fine. And that's not all the money we have in the world. There's more money in the checking account, and there's more money in the savings account.
But that's what we have budgeted for that
That's
that
what
paycheck.
money we had until Friday when the next check posted. And by living that way, we've been able to use whatever extra money we have to
support good causes,
help others, and support missionaries from our own church, and just try to be a blessing to other people too, inviting people over, even though we have to eat at shifts at our small table. But we enjoy having friends over and just having a meal and fellowshipping with them and reaching out to our neighbors and other friends. And we wouldn't be able to do that if we were spending out of our means. And it's not easy because we're tempted every day. It's our biggest struggle, I think. Is, we've been talking about buying a new TV
everybody.
for about 2 months. We really need a new TV. But there's one downstairs that works. We could just move that one upstairs. It's ugly,
and small.
but it works. So, $600 for a new TV or an ugly TV. So we have to really think about, the $600 TV would give us some pleasure at home. And, you can feed an orphan in India for a month for $10, I think. How many orphans could we feed in India for the cost of a television? And where would God want us to spend that money? And that's really convicting when you really think about, you know, it's God's money, and where does He want us to spend it? And, you know, we might think we're doing really good because we shopped and got a TV on sale. We're never going to get this TV now. But where does God want us to use that money? And like Andy said, storing up treasures in heaven is more important than storing up treasures here.